When you're at the WA meeting, the contingency meeting, there are a few things you want to make sure that you do. You want to be empathetic. You want to ask questions. You want to be okay with any outcome. You want to serve the customer and not yourself. And you want to be able to read the room. Let's talk about these real quick. Be empathetic. Understand that these people were probably sitting at home, had no real concern about their roof. You've knocked on their door or you've reached out to them. You've interrupted their life. This is not a priority to them. So if you're sitting at the table and they're distracted by the kids or the dog or if dinner's getting ready and you start getting upset because they're wasting your time, that's not being empathetic. Understand that you need them more than they need you. Even though they're the ones with the problem, they're not aware of that problem. So let's be empathetic to them and what's going on and understand that this is not their biggest priority in life, even though it's a pretty big priority in your life. We want to ask questions. One of the biggest problems in sales, not just in the roofing industry, but any industry, is salespeople want to talk. They want to deliver their message. They want to convince you. The best thing that you can do in sales is ask questions. It gets them talking, it starts opening up and you can read between the lines. You start understanding what their real issues that they don't really want to tell you, that they're hiding behind other objections. So again, ask questions, have a conversation. It's going to create a much better environment, build that rapport, build that trust, all of those things. You got to be okay with any outcome. You know, we teach in the contingency meeting in the WA that there's 4 outcomes. You can do nothing, you can repair it, you can replace it, or you can file a claim. You have got to walk into that appointment being okay with any one of those 4 options, no matter what they choose. If they don't want to do anything, that's okay. I'm probably not going to be able to service them very well if I've got to drag them through the claim process. It's not going to be a good experience for me anyway. If I leave them with not doing anything, but I leave the good taste in their mouth, I get a good relationship built, when they do need something, when they do want to move, they're going to be calling me. So even though they choose the outcome that I don't necessarily want, my attitude is I didn't close them today, I'm going to close them tomorrow. But at least I've planted a seed and watered it, I'll harvest it another time. If they want to do a repair, that's okay. We can make money on repairs. If they want to go to a replacement, that's the best possible outcome anyway. Let's sign a deal right now, cut a check, pick out shingles, we'll put the roof on and we're done. Of course, if they decide to want to file a claim, that's kind of what we do. So that's just fine as well, but you need to have the attitude. They need to feel that you are truly okay with any outcome that they choose. You need to serve your customer and not yourself. Again, this kind of goes back to allowing them to make the decision, being okay with whatever decision they make. You are not there to make your money. You are not there to get a deal signed. You are not there to win. You are there to serve them, to help them understand what their needs are, what their issues are, and how you can help them. And then finally, you got to be able to read the room. Understand that if that person that you're sitting across the table with is a software engineer or mechanical engineer or whoever, he's going to be very detailed, very analytical, want to know all the specs and the ratings and all the nuances. If you're sitting there and you're dealing with someone who is a housewife and she's got a kid on the hip and there's a kid napping who's about to wake up and there's phones ringing and things like that, we're going to need to speak a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, a little bit softer. We're going to have to shorten this thing, right? We got to be empathetic to what that person is feeling with. So don't focus on what you want to deliver. Try to read the room and understand what they want, what they need, and give them that. If you can do those 5 things, you're going to be very, very successful when it comes to your WA's contingency meetings.